Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for that fact that makes your brain go. 3,000 things less a day we do than 20 years ago here in Chicago. 3,000 less of this in Chicago. Kenzie guessed that it was... What'd you say, Kenzie? I forgot what you said.
Thank you for just really tuning into things I say.
I just forgot.
I was going to say steps.
Steps. Because McDonald's used to have the pedometer, and it led to a whole movement
And I
of
just
steps.
think there's so many like mini transports now, like with the scooters and the bikes, like all the electric ones. We used to get off the train and walk to work for sure. And now people think you're nuts when you do that, I swear.
Those one-wheel things are really blowing my mind. Those guys that are on that wheel.
Oh, yeah, the one wheel.
Oh, God. They're going so fast on those wheels.
They're going like 70. And I'm like, this is a sidewalk, sir. Like, I don't understand how this is legal.
Yeah. And Case said blinking.
That's right.
We blink 3,000 times less a day in Chicago than we did 20 years ago. Both of you are off, but Kenzie's a little bit more right, at least on technology causing this 3,000 downturn of 3,000 fewer words each day. In Chicago, we speak than we did 20 years ago. Now, I related to Kenzie what she said because technology, they're saying digital communications, texting, social media. So you're not really talking, you're texting or you're typing or whatever.
Emailing.
I also think people just don't want to talk as much anymore.
This is true.
Now, this is not me. I'm speaking 3,000 words more than I was 20 years ago.
This doesn't work for us because we have to talk all day.
Yeah, it doesn't work for us, but also I'm the king of small talk off the air.
You love it.
Oh, God.
You get in an elevator with somebody, you're going to talk to them.
I want to make people forget about why they don't want to talk to me first.
Yeah.
And I usually, maybe I have a 65% success rate.
I've seen you win people over in ways that I never could have imagined. I've seen you thaw some icebergs in ways that I was not expecting.
I'll tell you what, though. When we have something to do, like after the show, like sometimes we have things to record or interviews or whatever, I have to specifically say to Brian when he's like, I'll be right back. I'm like, don't make eye contact with anybody. We have to do this in 5 minutes. Like, I will repeat it a couple times. Like, I'm not kidding. I have to leave at this time. We just won't record it. I have to stare into his soul because he will talk to anybody for 45 minutes on a one-off.
I did that too. I'll come back 40 minutes later in our cafeteria, talk to Marv, talk to
Christian, Allison, Josie, Jeff, Roy.
Yeah.
You hold court with the best of them.
Yeah.
You really are, to almost an annoying degree, the friendliest person that I know.
I'm the concierge of Chicago.
Is that what they call you?
It's not me?
Yeah.
What?
Nope.
Brian's got you beat on this one.
Kenzie.
I'm a waiver.
Kenzie here in the building is like when you're waiting at Belmont and for the Brown line, and it's the Purple Express that goes by the stop. Kenzie's the Express line. I'm skipping your stop.
I chuck up. I usually am like, I walk by. I never stop my feet because that's when you end up in a situation.
You're like a shark,
this is the whole thing. Yeah. So you got to keep your feet going. You got to throw a hand in the air. You got to look at a little bit of an eyebrow up. What's good? Okay, I got to go.
Now, I have the issue where I think people have deemed me unapproachable. Is this the correct analysis? Why is that? What do you do that I don't do? Because I would like to hold court the way you do, and I don't seem to be able to do it.
You're unwelcoming.
Okay. Asked and answered.
Your shoulders are unwelcoming.
It's a shoulder problem?
Yeah, you have tight shoulders.
They're broad.
You have little bitch arms first. We know that. And then your tight shoulders, you seem uptight all the time.
But I am uptight all the time.
There you go.
How are you not uptight all the time?
Because, man, listen, you just got to keep on living, man. Livin. You got to enjoy every day. Every day's a gift, man. Let's just go. Let's do this.
I don't feel that way.
All right.
I think the problem with Case is I don't think he's not welcoming. I think sometimes he seems very welcoming. But sometimes he seems like the maddest person ever. And then that just throws you off. Like, I don't want to get involved in that. Because, Sometimes I walk in and he's aggressively walking fast towards the printer, and you're like, okay, well, obviously he's upset.
Well,
Something's
the printer pisses me off. It's so far away from our studio.
And you touch your forehead and your face a lot when you're stressed out, like a lot.
Yeah.
You're a big face toucher.
This was hard for me during COVID. They were like, don't touch your face. And I was like, but that's my favorite thing to do.
It's also your sign for everyone should go kill themselves because you're like, don't talk to me. I'm like, oh, he's touching his forehead. Oh, God. Nobody ask him anything.
So have you got enough information on why you're unapproachable and unwelcoming yet?
No, this was a productive conversation. I'm very happy about it.
I mean, should we keep going or no? Are you good? At least to work on those things first?
Just if you see me, say hi. I love when somebody approaches me. No, that's
not true. I have. You want to hear something funny?
Go ahead, Kenzie.
Every once in a while, people come up to me who want to be like, we want to help with the show. And they're like brand new hires. And I'm always like, you know who you got to talk to. You know who loves fielding these questions. I'm like, you should talk to Case.
Yes.
You should ask Case about all these bands and these small record companies and what you can do on the show and how many days you can do it and how we got where he is. And I'm like, okay, good. He's right in the middle of it. So just go ahead, pop in.
Yep. And how does that work out, Case?
Well, there's not a lot of young help on the show right now.
No.
That should tell you all you need to know.
No one here. No one here. So there you go. The fact that makes your brain go. We speak in Chicago 3,000 less words than we did 20 years ago. Go talk to somebody today.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Well, coming up in sports in 5 minutes, we're going to play Franz Ferdinand and then get to sports. We have unbelievable audio you have to hear, exclusive audio. Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, got pulled over for a DUI and arrested. You have to hear this audio, the audio of the day of him saying, I'm Michael Jordan's son to the cops and other things that I'm just going to hold on to a couple for you. You have to hear this in a few minutes away. And then yesterday, something also happened here at the end of the show. So we want to make sure you people here at the early part of the show, if you didn't go back to the podcast and listen, you need to do that. Kenzie blew our minds, and we can never look at her the same again. As we announced that Facebook yesterday was 21 years old. We went through our memories at the end of the show and to see what our oldest memory might be on Facebook. And Kenzie found a memory attached with a picture showing her getting body painted eating a chicken wing.
Okay, and I would like to say it was just like a fun moment because I was in body paint for hours for a photo shoot, like literally probably 5 or 6 hours. So I was just like laying on my stomach eating lunch. That's all.
Kenzie, none of us said it wasn't fun. It was. Well, here's the replay yesterday, just for 40 seconds of what happened at the end of the show, in case you missed it. I'm fascinated by the chicken wing body paint picture.
I'll send it to the group chat, but I don't think I can post this.
Okay.
I don't think. Hold on, because I want you guys. You guys let me know if this is. I don't think I can post this. Hold on. Here's our group chat.
I just like that you were eating a chicken wing while you're being body painted.
It's
Absolutely.
classy, yeah. Oh my God, the text has arrived.
This picture is incredible. Holy cow. And when you said eating a chicken wing, I just pictured you're eating the chicken wing. Like,
No, it's in my mouth.
It's in your mouth. And so Juan just checked in on the text line. He said, add me to the group chat, please. Okay, that was yesterday's show. That's what happened yesterday. And yeah, that Case's excitement in the group chat, you can really hear his insanity.
I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know that Kenzie had been in Maxim before she dropped that on us. Was that photo for Maxim or for some guy named Jeff off Craigslist? Or what was the story behind that photo?
No, that one was, I don't know. It was it was just a company advertising something. It wasn't my favorite photo
Was it
shoot.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Wingstop?
Yeah. No, it had nothing. It was not adjacent to the wings. I swear to God, I think it was like a hair company. I know that sounds crazy, but they were doing something like edgy, because basically the body paint ended up looking like a tuxedo, and then my hair was like all big. I think it was like a makeup company or hair company or something.
And to be clear, she's being body painted, so you're naked when you're body painted, but and a chicken
But
wing.
then it looks like you have stuff on.
Yes.
Like it looked like I was wearing this like tuxedo leotard or whatever.
Maybe our listeners should be the judge, though. You said you didn't want to post it.
No,
because of
I don't want to post it.
You're afraid, even though people said you could raise and save thousands of children's lives through a GoFundMe with that
true.
picture of donations.
It's true.
You chose to save your marriage instead and not post the picture. Even
Well,
though
I'm a
it's-
selfish bitch. So.
even though it's kind of out there, but it's not. It's very difficult to find. this
Yeah, I
picture.
just would rather, let me just not put it on the top of the, top of the food chain.
Now, Case, you are going to post this picture?
I have a censored photograph.
Okay.
But the thing about body paint is that even when it's censored, it still paints quite a picture.
No pun intended.
No pun
of the-
intended.
Of the paint. So is it like that Kanye West wife picture where the tiny squares are just over her nipples?
You know what? The picture isn't, first off, I'm not showing anything in the picture. I'm laying on my stomach, and the back half of me is already completely body painted.
The back half of you.
Yeah.
What part is
Because I'm
that?
laying on my stomach. So my literally, like the front and the back. I'm laying on my stomach. So
Yes.
the entire back half of me is already painted. Just leave me alone.
Well, it's on our Facebook page right now. You can go to Q101 Chicago's Facebook page, and in about 3 seconds, our Instagram. And there's a post that reads, body paint and chicken wings, the Kenzie K story. And attached is the photo of her in body paint with a chicken wing.
This could take us over 200,000 likes on Facebook.
This could change. I mean, we're already doing okay. This is a game changer.
I think we're about 10,000 away from 200,000.
Sure.
Kenzie pointed out that when she just talked about the picture, her Instagram numbers went up.
Yes.
Which I find annoying. Like,
Why?
That's
because
how it
I'm
works.
I'm a person, and it's not what I lead with. I don't lead with body paint. Come
Kenzie,
on.
believe me when I say my Instagram followers went up last night because yours did, because I think people think they can get to you through me. First off, you can't. If you want to follow me at Brian J. Haddad, go ahead.
And by the way, you can follow me at @_KSLOW, CASELOWE.
Kenzie, do you want to put your Instagram handle out there?
Kenzie K on air.
Okay, there you go.
And please follow all of us.
So go look at the picture and we'll talk about it after Franz Ferdinand.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and today's audio of the day comes in our sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
And before we get it there, just 30 seconds to acknowledge the Bulls got rid of Zach LaVine, and they won. Beat the Heat last night, 133 to 124. 6 players in double figures. Nice balanced attack. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
The problem for them is they're 10th place in the Eastern Conference right now, so they have the last play-in spot. And the Philadelphia 76ers are playing very well right now. But I can't tell if the Bulls are trying to win or trying to lose with the way their season's going.
Yeah, but the Sixers, Embiid will decide he doesn't want to play 1 month.
Yeah.
And so then they'll fall apart again.
It's a good gig, getting paid millions of dollars to decide when you want to do what you want to do.
Take a, what's the day offs called now? I just drew a blank.
Oh, rest management.
Rest management.
Load management.
Load management. That's the word I was looking for.
There you go.
Load management. That I'll be better in 2 days. Just right now, I need to chill. I just need to kick it. God. Pretty nice way to go. Now, the other big story of the day, obviously, in the audio of the day, came from Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, being pulled over and arrested for a DUI, and we'll get to the exact charges in a second. This happened in Florida at 1:14 a.m., where they discovered Marcus Jordan in a $300,000 Lamborghini blue SUV. God, that'd be pretty cool to have.
Sounds so fun.
Not sure if he has a job to afford it. Not judging. If my dad was Michael Jordan, I wouldn't want to pay for anything either.
So I didn't know Lamborghinis made SUVs.
Yeah.
Does it still have the suicide doors when it's like hopped up on monster truck tires?
I don't know.
No, broke ass.
Well, my Rogue doesn't have those, so maybe the Lamborghini does.
You should get suicide doors for your Rogue.
I just want a fin on my Rogue. So
What?
a fin like Fast and Furious cars. I want to put a fin on the roof in the back.
Oh, jeez.
And a spoiler on the back of it, too. That'd be good.
Oh, boy. So now Marcus Jordan was there with a woman. Now, remember, he was engaged, actually, to Larsa Pippen. Michael Jordan's now rival because Scottie Pippen, anytime he talks in public now, it's to rip Michael Jordan. You'd think they might have been best friends back in the day. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That was 2 years. But now this was another unnamed woman, and they were stuck on train tracks, which they kind of turned on allegedly because he, was drunk driving.
I don't think he flew there. Everyone's like, well, how to get on those train tracks? I'm like, I think he drove onto them,
Yep.
which isn't good.
And he got right away to dropping that he is Michael Jordan's son. Here is the actual audio from TMZ, from the police body cam.
But yeah, we're not getting back in the car right now, okay? The reason why, so...
Do me a favor, keep your hands out of your pockets,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Bro,
I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. Okay? And clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train tracks, which we were not trying to be on.
Did she say it's true in the background?
I'm not slurring anything.
Wait, she said it's true. We just want to get
It's true. Well, no. Thank you for confirming you didn't want your Lambo on the train tracks. Thank you.
Let me back up a little and see what exactly go there.
To get our car off of the train tracks, which we were.
It's so true. It's so true. We actually don't want to be parked here. It's true.
We would just like to get our car off of the train tracks, which we.
It's true. I would like to not be here right now. It's true.
Kenzie, good impersonation of the random unknown girl, Kenzie.
Oh my gosh.
The audio continues.
We're not trying to be on.
I hear slurred speech from
He
you.
says we're not trying to be here on train tracks.
You're driving on train tracks.
I'm not slurring anything, and I'm letting you know I have concerns.
Well,
I appreciate that.
Driving a vehicle.
The officer says, I have concerns about you driving. He goes, I appreciate that. And I took that personally.
I can't let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate your concern.
Yeah, I don't want.
But
you to get
I
hurt.
am not inebriated.
So we did all the
He was
tests.
like, what is that intelligent word for drunk? It'll help me right now. I am not
I will-
inebriated.
It's like a 15-minute video. I watched the whole damn thing, and he was very cooperative until it got testy. The problem was he didn't go right out and say he was Michael Jordan's son in the beginning, right when the window came down. He needs to wear a shirt that says, I'm Michael Jordan's son. The license plate on that Lambo should have said, Michael Jordan's son, 69.
Bumper sticker that says it.
Yeah, he should be broadcasting it somehow because he waited too long when the police get through the procedure. Of course, we're not making fun of. He shouldn't have been drunk driving. It could have hurt somebody, killed somebody. That's terrible.
I have to say, the length of waiting, I think his feelings got hurt in the middle where he's like, well, I'll give him a second. He's going to know who I am. And then it didn't happen, and it didn't happen. And finally, his ego got so low, he had to be like, listen, I'm Michael Jordan's son. You know,
No, don't do it.
it hurts. It hurts your feelings when that happens. You don't know me.
It's terrible to be a legend's son because you can't live up to it. And I don't know what phone call when they
Well,
got
he's
to
not
jail.
really trying to. It doesn't come across as it's not like, oh, I'm falling an ounce short. It's like, okay.
Well, he tried basketball in college at UCF, but he wasn't terrible. He just wasn't a guy that you can't be Michael Jordan when there's Michael Jordan and he's your dad. It's over. He didn't make it to the pros. There's more audio of this later on that they were putting him into the police car. And this is what he said. They were kind of frisking him before he got in the car. He didn't like that either. Marcus Jordan.
You want to check under my nuts too? Go ahead.
really
I feel like you might be.
No,
I feel like you might be.
Where is that?
Nah, you can check under there. It's just a big and some big balls, bro.
Well, I don't think that's going to help you not get in trouble.
No, he did get arrested. A DUI, property damage, possession of cocaine as well.
That's a tough one, huh?
And they said resisting an officer without violence. So I watched the whole thing. I don't know how much resistance there was. He did go along with it, but then getting in the car when they were grabbing his crotch area for any kind of weapons, that's I guess resisting.
He did tell him to check his balls. I would call that slight resistance.
You want to check under my nuts too?
So you see how that's a little resistant.
Okay.
That would piss me off.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Let's go. We have jet tickets for the Salt Shed, and I will address the issue with the quarter for the coin toss that has reappeared here in the studio. Yesterday, you heard it was gone after 6 years, and we have accusations and a poll up on our Facebook page of who stole the quarter. There's a quarter back into the flip, but we'll talk about that after we get done with Clash with Kenzie. So hang tight, because Sarah needs to compete because she's got to get into work, and Sum 41's coming up as well. But Sarah, tell us something about yourself. Ahoy.
Hi, I am a juice shop owner here in town, and my son beat Allie twice and got tickets, so I'm hoping to uphold the family history.
That's a lot to
A
uphold.
juice shop? Where have you been this whole weight loss challenge?
Come on in. I'd love to give you guys some juice.
What's the name of your place?
Be good.
Be good. Well, Brian's been bad AF during this whole thing. You should have went there.
Yeah, I'd be bad. I'd be bad.
Okay.
Where is your shop? Is it in Valpo?
It's in Valpo, yeah.
Okay, and what would be a recommended Do you do like juice cleanse to get us to lose weight before the final weigh-ins on Friday?
We certainly do. We have a 3-day juice cleanse.
That sounds too long.
Think you can handle it?
No. I thought there was like a 3-minute juice cleanse. Like I could drink it and I'd weigh less.
Well, I mean, you could do 1 bottle, of course, but
It's not a cleanse then, Brian. You see?
Then you're just drinking juice.
3 days?
Yeah, that's a lot of days.
I'm sure they're delicious. And we need to come in there. And again, it's
Be good.
Be Good in Valpo. Go stop in there and get some juice from our girl, Sarah.
thanks, guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. First 1 to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. The quarter's back, so call heads or tails, Sarah.
Heads.
It is tails.
Oh.
Dang.
I know. It's weird because, again, that Abe Lincoln's on the back of this quarter. But anyway, I digress.
Well,
So,
this is the land
Let's
of
do
Lincoln.
it, Kenzie.
let's go. So, Kenzie, question number 1. The American supermarket chain Whole Foods is owned by what mega company?
Oh, it's the other, because theirs was green too, and it bothered me. Amazon.
Amazon is right. I love that's how you got there. Theirs was green too.
Well, because it bothered me because Amazon had like the Amazon Go grocery stores, which were great, but they were also green. And I'm like, why would you launch 2 grocery stores with the basest logo of green? The whole thing bothered me. Sorry. Go ahead.
One more thing.
I digress.
One more thing on your plate.
I know. Really bothered me.
All right, back to Sarah. What chain restaurant offers a quote tour of Italy?
Oh, Olive Garden. Olive Garden.
Olive Garden is right.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Back to Kenzie.
Yes.
How many points are awarded in an NFL game for a safety, Kenzie?
Oh, isn't it 2?
It's 2 points. Good job. Getting ready for the Super Bowl. Got all our stats in order. Back to Sarah, another sports question. What is the
I know, girl, right?
Should I change it for? No, I got to go in order. What is the difference between the bats used in college baseball compared to Major League Baseball?
They're heavier?
No, it's a good guess. Very good guess. Always good guess. Kenzie, do you know?
I think Major League is wood bat, and that's the only time that happens, correct?
That is right. Good job.
That was my second guess.
Yeah. That's Darn
it.
Go with the second guess all the time. The rest of it maybe you'll win.
That's what they say. Always go with your second guess.
Trust your second instinct. 3-1. It's back
job,
to Kenzie.
Kenzie.
Oh, thank you. Oh, she's so supportive. I love her.
Kenzie, in what decade did Jimmy Carter become president?
Oh,
When Kenzie, by the way, does that, it's like, oh boy.
I don't know. He recently died, so it couldn't have been like super long.
So died very aggressively. He died.
He died. I don't know, like
stepped
the
on it when she
60s.
said
Was
it.
it be like the 60s?
It was not the 60s.
Could you still be alive from this? Yeah, you could be alive from the 60s. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, you could easily be alive from the 60s.
I'm sorry.
He was 100.
I'm just the math on the spot makes me really nervous.
Kenzie, he saw Babe Ruth play baseball.
That means nothing to me.
I'm
What
with
did
you,
Babe
Kenzie.
play?
Math and sports.
So, Sarah, what decade did Jimmy Carter become president?
70s?
70s is right. Good job,
Oh, I
Sarah.
feel so much better about my guess. I was like, this is gonna be embarrassing. It's like the 30s. Okay, that makes me feel better.
1830s.
You were close.
Yeah, right? Okay, same thing.
Back to Sarah.
Yes. 3-2. Sarah can tie it up here.
Sarah, who was fired from Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update after making repeated jokes about O.J. Simpson?
Oh. Man, I can't.
3,
I have no idea.
2, 1. Oh, that's too bad. Kenzie, do you know?
I think it was Norm Macdonald.
It was a Norm Macdonald, which I wish we had time to play the 10-minute montage of his O.J. jokes. We'll play some maybe after the song.
We clear out 10 minutes of the show. I'm not going to stop you.
It would clearly... I want to do it, but we're not going to do it.
It would bring people together.
We'll play some audio when we come back after Sum 41.
Yes. All right. 4-2 back to Kenzie. She can win with a correct answer.
Oh, boy. Here we go, Kenzie.
Gosh.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Kenzie, Rosie the Riveter rose to prominence during what war? Rosie the Riveter.
I think World War II.
World War II is right. Good Lord.
Kenzie!
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I still love you.
I love you.
that's
I kind
nice.
of want to give her tickets because I love payola, so we can go get juice for free.
I said yesterday.
Oh, I would send you juice any day, girl.
Okay,
See?
first off, I'm going to say this on the air. Legally, we are not taking juice for free for any kind of payola or plug.
It was a joke.
I have to say that clearly.
I know.
As the FCC
I got it
license
on
holder.
the DL, Kenzie. I'll send it to your house.
Yes.
Oh.
I do want to give her tickets because she's so nice.
Okay, you can say that. We could give her the tickets because she's so nice.
Well, the first one was me being hilarious, so sorry.
Clearly hilarious.
It's
Listen,
only because I want you to be healthy.
well,
See?
and also you are a veteran of the show through your family. We appreciate
Mm-hmm.
the long-standing listeners. So we'll go ahead and give the tickets to the Salt Shed there for Jet. For you.
Oh, my God, I love you guys. I love you.
Oh, my goodness, do we love you. So hang on, in case you get your information. Coming back, we will play a little audio of Norm Macdonald, the OJ jokes that got him fired after some 41. And also how the corner got back into play here with Clash with Kenzie. We made a big deal about it yesterday, how somebody stole it. Who stole it? Where'd it go? And why is it back? Well, in 3 minutes, we'll tell you.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 head-to headlines, where you decide the content of the show. We gave you 2 headlines before Depeche Mode, and we'll give you the results in a second of which story you want to hear us break down. And here we go. Headline number 1 was, man arrested for death of friend who claimed he could dodge bullets after smoking marijuana.
Gosh.
And headline number 2, short to the point, but with just as much comedy, a guy battered his roommate with a bologna sandwich. This was tough. It was close, and that's what both stories I can tell you are incredible. But our rule is we never talk about the story again that you don't choose, and you guys have chosen on the headlines. Headline number 1: man arrested for death of friend who claimed he could quote dodge bullets after smoking marijuana. So let's get into it. It's your choice, and here we go.
Oh my gosh, Brian.
Man arrested for death of friend who claimed he could dodge bullets after smoking marijuana. This happened in Salt Lake City. A man was arrested after allegedly smoking marijuana with a friend and shooting him after the friend said he could dodge bullets. That's in the arrest documents. So Ashton Jonathan Mann, 23 years old, was arrested just after 4 a.m. That should be noted, because they're smoking weed at 4 a.m., and that's the kind of ideas that come into your head at 4 a.m. I bet I could dodge bullets if you shoot me, because we're so high right now. Like, if it was 2 in the afternoon, those thoughts wouldn't have come in.
No, you never hear about this at 2 p.m.
No.
Oh, noon? Absolutely not. You have your life together by noon. Everyone does. Come on.
Well, I would just argue that the same level of bakedness would be thinking about getting food at noon on a Sunday.
Well, at lunchtime.
Yeah. Hey, man, it'll be cool if we got Fritos and cream cheese and
4 for 4 from Wendy's.
Oh, exactly.
Shout out Wendy's.
Yep.
Okay.
4 a.m. You're like, I bet you can shoot at me and I can dodge the bullets, bro. So according to the affidavit, officials and this is sad, obviously, but according to officials, the Unified Police responded to Kearns, Utah, after receiving reports of a man shot in the chest. That'd be a terrible report to reply to, obviously. Officers found the victim unresponsive, took him to a local hospital where he sadly passed away. So, in the interview with detectives, after he was read his Miranda rights, Mann reportedly told officials he and his friend had smoked marijuana. I remember I noted 4 a.m. this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Starting at 8 p.m.
Oof.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of weed.
Neither of us, all 3 of us, are not regular marijuana users.
No.
So I don't know if 8 hours of smoking weed is a lot. It sounds like a lot.
It feels like a lot.
That's a long time to do anything. 8 hours is a long time.
Like, I've gotten drunk and sober in 8 hours before. Twice. Like, you drink, you get sober, and you start drinking again, and you're sober again.
Like St. Patty's Day, like nap, rally, go back out.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Lizzie McNeil's, make sure you're there. Friday the 14th, before St. Patty's Day, with Brian and Kenzie's St. Patty's Day broadcast.
That's right.
So they started smoking weed at 8, and we're talking about guns in the kitchen.
About guns belonging in the kitchen, or they were in the kitchen talking about guns?
They were in the kitchen.
Okay.
Which, it's too bad they didn't start talking about food.
You
in
would
the
think that'd be
kitchen.
the natural conclusion, the natural way to go.
This is what he
Did
told.
they did they see guns sitting there? And the kid's like, why are these guns in the kitchen?
We should take these outside and do something with
Yeah,
them.
this is crazy. They shouldn't be in here. They should be somewhere else. Our hands.
Let's continue with the story. We see how the gun ended up in the hand. So, man and his friend later went to the detached garage to continue the conversation about guns that started at 8 o'clock smoking marijuana. I don't know why they weren't done with the conversation and moved on to something else like, hey, nice Corvette or whatever that was in the garage.
Just anything else.
Anything else. They were reportedly handling 2 different handguns when the victim said, I can dodge a bullet, bro. That's what he said in the report.
Is that an exact quote? I
Yep.
can dodge a bullet, bro.
I can dodge a bullet, bro.
Oh, who would have thought that he couldn't?
So then again, the guy that shot his friend, sadly, man told officials he and his friend unloaded each gun before pointing a firearm at the victim and pulling the trigger, with his friend trying to jump out of the way to prove he could move before the trigger was pulled. So as baked as they were testing it. These are scientists in a way. They were trying to test the theory, like the trigger goes and I could move.
But I feel like you need something else to test that. You can't be like, no, I did pull the trigger. No, I already did jump. That's his opinion. Like, how do you know? What?
Yeah, it's. I just applaud their efforts in testing it, which is really impressive.
I'm very happy he wasn't like, I should actually dodge real bullets. That's good.
Yeah. So they did that about 6 times even. I mean, scientists don't test our food that much before we get it. So these guys they're good guys, they sound like. So man said the final time the gun fired, striking the victim in the chest. So they thought they fully unloaded the guns when he was doing this, and there was 1 bullet in the chamber, which always seems to happen in these situations, especially when you've been smoking weed for 8 hours. He rendered right away, so he was terrified. He tried to help his friend. And after obtaining a search warrant, the officials found 2 handguns as well as ammunition and magazines and, quote, drug paraphernalia consistent with marijuana use. They found some bongs in there, I guess.
Do you, by a small chance, since the other person in this story is deceased, think that maybe this friend in his head was like, I'm going to leave 1 in the chamber because I know he can't dodge bullets. I'm totally going to prove it to him. And now he's like, he can get his practice rounds, but I know he can't do this. And then he didn't think it all the way through. And now he's like, uh-oh. Well, it was an accident.
Certainly acting like a scientist in this story of testing it so many times. I don't know obviously he's at fault. It's an accident. Just don't smoke marijuana around guns. Can I just get that out there?
No, okay, if you want to be controversial this morning.
I'm just trying to put a public service message out there.
Well, you can do anything now.
I know.
It's crazy.
Brian used to be fun.
Yeah. No, don't do it. Don't shoot and smoke.
Huh.
Also, don't shoot guns at your friends and see if you can dodge bullets.
That's number 2. That's number 2.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.